What I found in life is that people forget to be grateful, myself included. People forget to be grateful for everything that happened to them, and I mean the good and the bad. And a lot of people like to neglect being grateful. A lot of people forget to be grateful because there's so many things that happen in our lives. We have something really good that happened to us. Let's say, for example, you get a girlfriend, you graduate, you get a job. But then it's on to the next. What is the next thing that I need to accomplish? Let's say it's getting a promotion, it's trying to keep your girlfriend happy, it's whatever. But instead, what I feel like most people should start doing is they should start being grateful that they have these things in their lives. If you have, let's say, a job, then you should be grateful because there are many people in your position who are not in your, forget what I said, but there's many people who would be so happy to be in your position. There's so many people right now, myself included, who have struggled to find a job. And if you have a girlfriend, be grateful that you have a girlfriend because you have a companion. A lot of people want a companion. So then what does this thinking lead to? This thinking will lead you to take what you have seriously. The more grateful you are, the more you're not going to want to lose the thing that you have. Oh, bless me. But the more grateful you're gonna start taking things more seriously. You're gonna start showing up more for your girlfriend. You're gonna start showing up more at work. You're gonna start taking more initiative. And that's why being grateful is great. But not only that, being grateful allows you to appreciate the moment that we have right now, in this moment, this current moment that I'm speaking. I'm grateful that I'm recording a video, because we only have the present. And that's something that I've learned. I'm only 23 years old, about to be 24 in a month. But the thing that I've learned is that you need to be grateful, man. The moment you have now, you're never gonna get ever again in your life. You're never gonna be this young ever again. So whatever it is, man, just be grateful for what you have in your life. Your parents are still here, be grateful for that. Tell them you love them. You have food on the table, be grateful for that. You live in a first world country where you have access to water, food, shelter. Be grateful because there's so many people who don't have those things. And I think once you start really realizing that, and when you start seeing it, I think when you start seeing it with your own eyes, because I've traveled, I've been to different countries in the world, I've seen what real poverty looks like, where people, like legit people, don't have food, they're begging, they're struggling to find water. I've seen what that looks like, and it really changes you. So be grateful because I'm telling you. And if you have the opportunity to travel at such a young age, let's say right now you're 18, 19, you just got out of university or you just got out of high school and you don't know what to do, travel, go to, let's say, like the Philippines, go to a country that doesn't have, like, that's not that rich, and it will really open your eyes and you will understand what I'm saying in this video. But that being said, just always remember, I said, I'm gonna keep repeating it because it's true. Be grateful, because right now you will look back, like in a few years from now, 10 years from now, 20 years from now, you'll look back and wish you had this moment, or look back on this moment and be like, wow, it was a great time in my life. So just live in the moment. I know in this culture right now, especially on social media, it's like hustle, always be focusing on the future. If you delay gratification, if you don't drink alcohol, if you don't do any of these things, then your future will be better. But man, the only thing that is certain is right now. You don't know what's going to happen in the future. The past already happened, but right now is all you have. Yeah, you could do these things. You can work towards things in the future to eventually have a better present in the future. But man, it's not guaranteed. You don't know what will happen. You don't know if life will take you in a different direction. You don't know if some health issues will happen. Man, just be grateful. Be happy. Right now, ask yourself and really try and think, because I'm telling you, there's some people who will be like, I have nothing to be grateful for. But really think. Tell yourself 3 things that you're grateful for. It could be the smallest things. Like, I'll do it right now. I'm grateful for this phone because I could record YouTube videos and spread a message about being grateful. I'm grateful for the car that I'm in. You know, not a lot of people have cars, and I'm grateful that I'm not hungry. You know, that I have access to food. It could be small, and even something like really small. Like, I'm grateful for the trees. I'm grateful for the trees because it gives me oxygen so that I'm able to do the everyday things that I do. Listen, there's always something you can be grateful for, even in the worst situations. You know, you could be grateful for experiences. You could be grateful that you did certain things. You could be grateful that certain things happened, like even bad things. You could be grateful that you got bullied because it propelled you to become a better man. I'm telling you, when you start thinking like this, it shifts your whole perspective on life. It teaches you that everything happens for a reason, and it makes you a lot more positive. And I'm telling you, the only way you can change, the only way you could become a better person is if you have this mindset, yet you're positive. Because I'm telling you, negativity will get you nowhere, you know, and I'll probably make another video about this, but negativity will get you nowhere. The people who are negative will keep you stuck. And if you are negative watching this video, I'm talking to you right now, please don't click off, because if you are negative and you have this baggage, you have this energy to you, you will get nowhere. You won't change. Your situation won't get any better, because negativity, it clouds you. It shows up as intellect or information, as facts, but it's not. Yeah, bad things have happened to you, but if you let it drag you down, you will get nowhere. So change your mindset, man. Change your mindset. Be grateful. But anyways, if you enjoyed the video, please feel free to like, subscribe, and comment. Follow for more tips.